Good day, everyone. Our topic for this day is about solving roots of the quadratic equation by extracting the square roots. Our objectives are first, to state the square root property and to solve the quadratic equation by extracting the square roots. Hello, welcome to my tutorial. I am Ma'am Annie. For today's topic is here. Actually, there are methods to solve the roots of the quadratic equation, such as factoring, completing the square, quadratic formula, and one of these is extracting the square roots. Not all methods can be applied to all quadratic equations. In solving for the roots of a certain equation, the method that you can use will be depending on the nature of the given. This means that ang method na gagamitin mo ay depende sa itsura ng given equation mo. There are conditions sa methods ng pag-solve ng roots ng quadratic equations katulad ng topic natin nito. Okay, which is the extracting the square roots. So, ibig sabihin, pili lang yung mga quadratic equations bago mo gamitin itong method na ito. And to proceed to our topic, let us define first what is the square root property. In square root property, it states that if x squared equals c, then x is equal to positive and negative c. Ibig sabihin, whenever nakukunin natin ang values ng x dito sa x squared equals c, then yung value no na makukuha natin is dalawa. Isang positive at isang negative. So, for this, let us have an example. As you can see on numbers 1 to 6, yung mga numbers yan sa loob or yung tinatawag natin na radicand ay perfect square numbers. And yung value ng mga radicals na ito ay dalawa. Isang positive at isang negative. Halimbawa, itong square root of 100 is equal to positive and negative 10. Kapag binultiply natin ang positive 10 to itself, isagot is positive 100. So, when we consider naman yung mga negative sign, negative 10, ito, negative 10 times negative 10, it is still equal to positive 100. So, yun ang under ng square root property. And for the number 7, 8, and 9, ito naman ay mga hindi perfect square number. Though kahit hindi yan perfect square number, we can simplify those radicals. This property will be used to solve the incomplete quadratic equation ax squared minus c is equal to 0. Sabi lang neto na ang property na to ay magagamit lang sa ganitong uri ng quadratic equation. Magagamit lang siya kung absent ang term na bx mula doon sa unang form natin na quadratic equation. So, hindi lahat ng equation ay pwedeng magamit itong square root property. Yun lamang kung ang given natin ay mula sa dalawang terms and isang constant. So, we have here examples for us to solve for this day. 6 items, and we are going to solve that. Numbers 1 to 6. What can you notice about the equations? Okay, ang given natin ay merong two terms. Okay, equations natin ay merong two terms. Yung first term ay merong x squared. Okay, 9x squared, 3x squared, and 4x squared. The second term that we have is the constant term. Okay, constant term. And then last na ma-observe niyo na between do sa dalawang terms ay meron tayong operation na minus. This means that we can able to extract the square roots if the given is having two terms with minus between them. So let us have an example number 1. We have x squared minus 100 is equal to 0. In solving the roots of the quadratic equation, again, kinukuha natin yung values ng x na kapag in-squared at may minus sa 100, it should be equal to 0. Okay, again, hinahanap natin yung value ng x to make this equation true. Okay, to solve for this, first write the given. And then, since kinukuha natin yung values ng x, so, bale, ang matitira dito is x squared. X squared. And then, si negative 100, mapupunta sa kabila, magiging positive 100. So, extracting the square root, kailangan makancel natin yung exponent na 2. Since, ang kailangan lang natin makuha is yung x lang. Values ng x at hindi value ng x squared. So, to solve for this or to continue with this, use the square root. Kapag nag-square root ka sa kabila, right side ng equation, ganun din dapat sa kabila. Okay, para maging balance. And once we use the square root, ang mangyayari ay maka-cancel yung ating square root, ganun din yung ating exponent. So, ano mangyayari? Ang matitira ay x. Okay, so we have x is equal to, and then the value of square root of 100 is positive and negative 10. Okay, under ng square root property. So, therefore, the roots of the given quadratic equation are 10 and negative 10. Okay, sana naintindihan. Okay, and then to check for our answers, i-substitute natin yung nakuha natin sagot na 10 and negative 10 doon sa ating given quadratic equation. Okay, so we will test first for the value of x as 10. If x is equal to 10, ito yung sinob natin kanina. Okay, so x is equal to 10. Okay, copy mo yung given, which is x squared minus 100 equals 0. And then, yung x natin dito ay papalitan natin ngayon ng 10, positive 10. Okay? And then, squared minus 100 is equal to 0. And then, 10 squared, when we say 10 squared, that is 10 times 10. Okay, 10 times 10 equals 100. Ito yung sagot. Tapos, si 100 na ito ay galing dun sa taas. So, after nyan, simplifying further, 100 minus 100, it is equal to 0. 0 is equal to 0. So, ito ay kinopya lang natin. Wala tayong nabago sa right side ng equation. So, napatunayan natin na yan ay root ng quadratic equation. Let us test the another root which is negative 10 if x is equal to negative 10. So, katulad kanina, okay, copy the given, x squared minus 100 equals 0. Then, substitute the value of x to the x from the given, to the x ng given natin. Okay, so, and then, simplifying further, what is negative 10 squared? That means negative 10 times negative 10 is equal to 100. 100 then minus 100. It is equal to 0. And then 100 minus 100 is equal to 0 or equal to 0. So, therefore, 10 and negative 10 are the roots of the quadratic equation. Let us have example number 2. Example number 2, if we have x squared minus 49 is equal to 0. So, kanina, ganito lang din yung given natin. Meron pa rin tayong perfect square number, which is x squared, at perfect square number, which is 49. Okay, solution, katulad ulit kanina, copy yung given, and then using the addition property of equality, ilagay natin si negative 49 sa kabila, magiging positive 49. And to cancel out the exponent of 2, gagamit tayo ng square root both sides of the equation. And then, kapag i-square root natin yung cancel na yung ating square root and exponent na 2. So, matitira ay x. And then, square root of 49 is equal to positive and negative 7. So, therefore, the roots of the given quadratic equation x squared minus 49 is equal to 0 are 7 and negative 7. And to check for this, okay, checking is left to you as a viewer. So, we will see kung naintindihan, kung tama ba yung mga sagot natin na nakuha through your checking. Example number 3. How about if we have 2x squared minus 72 is equal to 0? I think it is more way different from the first and second example. Meron na tayong 2 numerical coefficient ng x squared. And to solve for this, solution, copy the given. And then, addition property of equality, may iwan si 2x squared and si negative 72 ay mapunta sa right side ng equation. And then, hindi agad tayo mag-i-square root yan. Kailangan makancel natin yung 2 dito sa 2x squared. So, anong gagawin? Divide it both side by 2. So, divided both side by 2, cancel si 2, cancel din si 2. So, ano ang matitira? X squared is equal to, and then divide mo yung dalawa. 72 divided by 2, that is, very good, 36. Okay, so kapag meron na tayong x squared, na wala na tayong constant term dito except 1, okay, so pwede na tayong mag square root both sides of the equations. And simplifying further, so x is equal to positive and negative 6. So therefore, the roots of the given quadratic equation 2x squared minus 72 equals 0 are 6 and negative 6. Okay? Sana naintindihan. And to check for our answers, kung tama ba ang nakuha natin is, again, we are going to use what we call the substitution. Okay? So, if x is equal to 6, so ganun ulit, substitution, copy and given, and then substitute the first root that we obtained earlier, which is positive 6, ay multiply mo siya to itself. Yeah, 6 squared, we have 36. And then, that is the time now na multiply mo na siya sa 2. Okay, 2 times 36, that is 72. Minus 72, then it is equal to 0. Okay, so wala tayong ginalaw sa left side ng equation. So, ganun din ba if x is equal to negative 6? Okay, negative 6. Okay, so substitute mo uli ang negative 6 dun sa x, dun sa given natin. Okay, and then, isolve natin siya. Negative 6 squared. So, we obtain also a positive 36. And then, minus 2 times 36. And then, minus 72 is equal to 0. And then, 2 times 36 is equal to 72. Okay? Minus 72 is equal to 0. So, we already proved that the roots na sagot natin kanina ay tama.